Welcome back, guys. It's Kidsone Playground here, and today we're back from another video in Scratch. And today we'll be making a reaction time test on Scratch. So if you've ever wondered what your reaction time is, and I've also always wondered, so we made a Scratch project just for that, and it's in milliseconds, so it'll show your reaction time. So I'm going to show you the original project that we got the idea from. It's in our credits, so I already shared the project, but it only has like 5 views right now. So this is the link of the original that we got the idea from. So I'm going to show you the project. So this is the project. So it's like wait for green, click, and then you get your reaction time. And so we're gonna click, and after 5 values, after when you do it 5 times, it'll get your average of your reaction times and see what your average of your reaction times are. So it's a pick random, I think, of seconds. So I'm gonna go, and our average reaction time is 396 milliseconds. So I'm gonna show you our reaction time test. So we start off over here, and then it says click anywhere you start, and then you wait for green, then you click, and it'll show you your reaction time. So, and after 5 times, it'll give you an average of your reaction times, like the other game. So I'm gonna try to get a better reaction time, but 265 milliseconds. And then click. Okay, so 5 tries, and my average reaction time is 257.4 seconds. Milliseconds, my bad. Anyway, let's go to our project. So I already have all the backdrops inside the project already. So you can come to my profile, Gumball098, and you can come to the backdrop and export all of these or drag them to the backpack. So you can just drag them to the backpack like that. So just take my sprites, or you can draw your own, because it's very simple to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna go do a review of all the backdrops that we have created. So we're gonna start with start. So reaction time test. So when the red box turns green, it'll just show you the instructions. Click as quickly as you can, click anywhere to start. So that's the first backdrop. Red, it'll just say wait for green, then green, click, and then it'll show you your result after the whatever round that you're on. And after that, if you click during the red, like wait for the green, and you click too early, it'll say too soon, and you have to restart. So do not click during the red, and don't try to cheat the system, because it will not work, and you have to restart all over again. And then final score, it'll show you your score of your reaction time. So that's just a quick review of all the backdrops. So let's get started. We do not need any sprites for this project. So we're gonna start with the green flag. So we have our green flag like always, and then we have to go to our variables, create a new variable called index reaction time total reaction time and yeah, we have all our variables. So we set the index to 1 because we're using lists in this project, and lists normally start at 0, or the index, but in Scratch it starts at 1, so you have to change the index to 1, and it'll set reaction time to 0 because you haven't even started yet, and it'll set the total reaction time to 0 as well. Then it will hide the variable reaction time, and it will also hide the variable total reaction time because you do not need those values yet. So, and now we're going to make a block called start test, and now we have our start test button. So now we can drag in start test from here. So we're on to our start test place, and there's something under variables. If you've never noticed, there's something called lists. So just click on variables and you'll see lists. And there's many things that you can play around over here. But today we'll be using delete all of timetable list, because we have to delete all of the timetable list because you might have done the thing before, so you have to reset it by deleting all of the values inside the list. So we forgot to delete this. I don't think you will see this list variable thing over here. So you have to click on make a list. Okay, so make a list, and then you have to write timetable list. But we're not gonna make a new one because we already have one, and we forgot to delete it before we started this video. So just saying. And so we'll delete all of your list, and then after that we'll switch backdrop to start, which is the beginning of the project, the instructions manual, and it'll wait until mouse down because it says click anywhere to continue, so we have to wait until the mouse is down to continue. After that, it'll repeat 5 times because you have 5 reaction time tests, right? So you have to repeat it 5 times, and it'll broadcast a new message and wait. So it'll broadcast a message called start sensing. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I spelled that right. So yeah, we have start sensing, and so now we're gonna work on another place. So when I receive start sensing, which is our message, it will wait a pick random 2.555 to 4.555. We have these little decimals because we want more range inside our data. Our time. So it could take 2.557 seconds or whatever. And then after that, we have to. This script over here is to check the green part, so the click part in our backdrop. And so we'll reset the timer because we're using a timer to check your times. And then we have to switch the backdrop to green, which is our backdrop. And then we'll wait until mouse down, because that's when you click. So wait until mouse down when you click on the green. And then after that, it'll set reaction time to timer. So you have to go to times first. Set reaction time to timer times 1000. So the timer is how long it takes you to click on the thing, but it will say it in seconds, and we want our reaction time in milliseconds because a normal reaction time, I guess, is in milliseconds, like 0.4 milliseconds. 0.4 seconds, so that would be 400 milliseconds. So you have to multiply that by 1000 to get your milliseconds. So after that, we have to add your reaction time, because we have to keep this in mind. So we have to add our reaction time to the timetable list, our first reaction time in our timetable list, so we can value them in the end and find the average of all of them. And then we have to switch backdrop to result, and it'll show the variable reaction time. So if you don't know, result is this one. It does not have a certain time because we don't know your reaction time. So it will show the variable reaction time on this part. So then it will show your reaction time. Wait 2 seconds. And it will hide your variable reaction time. So we have that now. So this is to check the green, the clicking, the place where you're supposed to click. So now we're gonna work on the place that you're not supposed to click, so then we can put the script, the backdrop too soon when you click at the red part. So when I receive start sensing, I'll switch backdrop to red, and if you don't know what red is, it is the wait for green. So I'll switch backdrop to red, and it'll wait 0.1 seconds. This wait is very important. If you do not have the wait, it will actually start and when you start, it'll literally just say too soon once you're done coding this. So you need a little wait, or else they'll think the first click that you have on this start backdrop, if you click on this and you do not have a wait, it'll go straight to too soon. But that's after when you code all of this, so let's code all of it first. So it'll wait until mouse is down. So that's if you click on the red part. Remember that? So if you click on the red part, you need an if then. If then, you need equal sign. If then the backdrop name is red, which means, so you need backdrop name is red. That means it will stop other scripts in the sprite because you just clicked on the red, which is not supposed to happen. So we're gonna stop other scripts in the sprite, and it'll switch backdrop to, oopsies, switch backdrop to too soon because you clicked on the red too soon and you tried, yeah, so after that it'll stop all and you have to restart the game to continue playing. So now we have all of this code, so feel free to pause over here so you can see all the code, and we'll continue now on our main define start test block. So now under that we have to have a repeat length of timetable list. There's 5 values in the length of the timetable list because you're doing 5 reaction time tests. So it'll have 5 values, so it'll repeat the length of the timetable list, and it will set, this is a really long block, so bear with me, move this over, set total reaction time. So that's your value, your average or your mean when you add up everything and you divide by the values you have inside your list, which is 5 for this project. So it'll set total reaction time to add block, total reaction time, which is your reaction time, plus the item index, go get index of the timetable list. And after that, it'll change the index by 1, and index is to switch from 1, the first value, to the second, then to the third, then to the fourth, and the fifth. So we need this change index, so it will change from the first one to the second one, and it will take your reaction times. And after that, it will set total reaction time to divide. So set total reaction time to total reaction time divided by 5. And if you did not know, if you have to calculate the mean or the average of a set of data, you have to add up everything. So the computer's gonna do this for us, and then you have to divide by 5 to find your average of all of your data. So, and after that, you have to switch backdrop to final score, because that's your final score overall, and it's this one, and it'll not show over here because you have to put the variable right there, and it will show the variable total reaction time in that final reaction time place, and stop all. I just tested the game and the millisecond thing isn't showing up at the exact spot, so we actually have to move it, because if you do not know, the variables start over here. So we're gonna open our reaction time and we're gonna move it, and we just have to double click on it. Let's show the reaction time. We have 0 reaction time right now. You go wait for green, you click, but it does not say it over here. So my reaction time is 330 because I did not move it. So we have to go like that, wait for green, and we have to click on the click, so it'll show our millisecond place. So we move our variable over here. So it will show your milliseconds, and to go to our final score, I might have to move it. It looks disproportionate, so might have to move it a bit over here. Maybe over here, yeah. So it should show up over there if I'm not mistaken. Okay, maybe that will work out in my favor. Oopsies. Yeah, so the too soon works, at least we know that. And let's go to our millisecond over here and show our reaction time. So perfect. Might look a little disproportionate. If you can proportion it, if you can like place it better, that's great. Up total reaction time. We have to move the total reaction time also, so we just double click on this, go over here, and like place it right there. So it should show up. So it should work. I'm gonna go test it off camera for a moment, and I'll show you if it works. So now I just tested it and it works perfectly. So I'm gonna show you it. I'm gonna show you all of the stuff that we did today. Feel free to pause over here if you do not have all the code. But now we're gonna start testing our project. We're gonna start reaction time test. When the red box turns green, click as quickly as you can. Just click anywhere to start. Wait for green. Click. And 661 milliseconds, that's bad. Anyway, so we're gonna start. And, oh, I double clicked. So if you click over here, it'll say too soon. Click green flag to start again. Too soon. So too soon works. Wait for green. Click, and it'll show you your milliseconds. Wait for green. Click, and it shows that screen. And I'll wait for green. I'm gonna see what my average is. Kind of messed up there. Trying to get 200 in the 200s. Yeah. So wait for green. Yeah, so 323. So we have our project here, and I already shared the project on Gumball098. So please comment what your reaction time is, because I'm very curious to hear all your reaction times, because it's fun. And like, share, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below if you can't come to the project. What was your reaction time when you did the project? So yeah, have a great day. See you next time.